Okay, so today's video, I'm not even going to usually do the usual intro outro just because it's a completely different video. This video is what it's like to have cerebral palsy as an 18-year-old girl. Now, I'm doing this because I did a video when I had longer hair, which was like 2 years ago, I think, and things have changed. Things are always changing, things are always evolving, it's how things go. But I often get a lot of questions about cerebral palsy, how it affects me, and what it is, and all this kind of thing, because a lot of people don't know about it. So I really wanted to just make a completely new video and talk about it. So I'm 18, I have cerebral palsy, I've got spastic cerebral palsy. There are 4 main types of cerebral palsy, but I've got spastic cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy, okay, I've got some information up on my computer, so I'm just going to read off that. It's a condition often marked by muscle coordination or by impaired muscle coordination or other disabilities typically caused by the brain, typically caused to the brain before, during, or after birth. So like I said, there are 4 main types. There's spastic, which is what I have. There is ataxic, athetoid or dyskinetic, and hypertonic cerebral palsy. So yeah, I was diagnosed with it on the 7th of November, which was my mum's birthday, around about 8 months after I was born. And at the time, it was affecting both my arms, my back, and my legs. So it's kind of just affecting. It was affecting everything. And what happened was my parents actually had to order specially made footwear so that because my feet were kind of like out. If you imagine what a penguin's feet like, how they're like out like that. This is again. I'm going to show you on this because, yeah. So if you imagine my feet were out like that, they had to get footwear so that my feet would turn in so that they would be normal. So instead of being like penguins, they'd be like normal feet, and normal legs and normal muscles. So that happened. I've been really lucky with mine. I've had so much help with the physio and with the hospitals and things like that to help my muscles get into better shapes and better forms, that I'm lucky I can walk, I can talk, I can do pretty much everything else a normal person can do. But that's not the case with a lot of people. Cerebral palsy is honestly, it's something that so many people in the world have, but there's just so little information about it and so little knowledge about it, which kind of annoys me in a way. But at the same time, like, I guess it's just not very well known with some people in some places, and that's fine. But I wish, personally, I do wish there was more research and things into it. Trust me, if I was a doctor, I'd spend my entire life dedicating it to finding out, like, what exactly causes it and how to prevent it and stuff like that. Cerebral palsy, it's not a disease, it's not a disorder. It's mainly impairment and it's a disability. But however, just because somebody has a disability doesn't necessarily make them disabled. Like, I've got spastic cerebral palsy, yet I'm not necessarily disabled. I can walk. The only things with me that are slightly impaired have probably got to be my muscles, so my legs. I can't do things like the splits. My flexibility is literally like incredibly limited in my legs. I was a cheerleader for 2 years and I couldn't do anything like the splits or cartwheels or anything like that, which again, being a dancer, having not a lot of flexibility, like pretty much zero flexibility, is really hard work, but you kind of learn to deal with it, and you learn to do things in your own way and learn things in your own way and make a performance out of what you have and try and improve what you don't have, if that makes any sense. Yeah. It also slightly impaired my brain, obviously. Like, for example, my maths is shocking. I cannot do maths to save my life. I cannot do science to save my life. My understanding and comprehension skills are sometimes impaired, and sometimes sometimes it might take me a bit longer to understand and comprehend things that people might tell me. So, like, instructions people might give me, they might get really frustrated with me because they have got to repeat themselves like maybe 1 or 2 times. So that's just because I'm trying to understand it and I'm trying to comprehend what they're actually saying and the instructions that they're giving me. Because as well, like, because of that impairment, it's kind of made it, I'm a much more hands-on person than a lot of other people, which is why I'm quite creative and things like that. Like, you know, if you show me what to do rather than tell me, I'll understand it a lot better than by being shown and instructed that way than being just verbally told. So that's something. That's why some people get really frustrated with me sometimes, because I don't really comprehend everything as easily as I should. But that doesn't make me stupid or anything like that. I'm a perfectly normal person. I would call myself that anyway. Like, when I'm older, I'm hoping to go on to study children's psychology, which I know people are like, but your maths isn't good. Yeah, but I did some psychology in high school and I really enjoyed it, and you know, I think I could really get there, so that's what I'm gonna do. Cerebral palsy, again, it affects a lot of people in different ways. Like, with other people, they could be in wheelchairs, they might not be in wheelchairs, it might be visible, it might be non-visible. With me, a lot of people don't really even realize I've got cerebral palsy until I tell them, which I'm fine with. I'm like, whatever, it's just, I'm kind of used to that by now. But if you really get to know me, then you'll realize there is something there. And that's when you realize, it's CP. So, yeah, but it's fine. People with cerebral palsy, I just want to, like, dispel the myths right now. It is not contagious. People with cerebral palsy are not unemployable or anything like that. In fact, I know people with cerebral palsy that are so highly intelligent. Like, I've got a friend that I did a beauty pageant with a while ago. She's so intelligent. She's one of the most funny and adventurous and courageous and intelligent people that I actually know. And she has cerebral palsy and she's in a wheelchair and stuff like that. And she's amazing. And then you know, like, and it's not necessarily a bad thing either. Like, but for parents that have kids with cerebral palsy, growing up, it's gonna have challenges. I'm not gonna lie, everything has challenges. But at the same time, those challenges will also make them who they are, and will eventually build them up to be stronger. They will find friends and they will find people. Everyone finds friends, everyone finds people. Everyone's employable, everyone's lovable. At the same time, even though we have a slight disability and a slight impairment, doesn't make us different from the rest of people. We're still lovable. We're still people. We're still smart and intelligent people that are willing to go out into the world and do exactly what everybody else does. So, I just, you know, wanted to get that out in the open. But yeah, like, having cerebral palsy hasn't stopped me from doing anything. I'm a model. I model. I'm a part of an agency. I'm in a beauty pageant. I've done other beauty pageants. I've finished high school. I've got a job. I've danced. I've sung. I act. It doesn't stop anyone from doing anything. Never stopped me. In fact, every time someone tells me not to do something, I'm gonna want to do it. Reverse psychology, it works really well with me. Shouldn't say that because people are probably going to use that for me now, but you know what? It's out there. But yeah, I don't know, I guess I wanted to do a video on that. Like, there are everyday struggles that I sometimes still struggle to deal with, things like comprehension and stuff like that, but it's all a massive learning curve. And I'm proud to have cerebral palsy. It's part of who I am. It's made me who I am. It's built me up to be a much stronger person. And it's a part of me that is never going to go away. That can't be cured. But I wouldn't have it any other way. So, yeah, no, I just wanted to do it on that. So, thanks for watching.